Hi everyone, my name is Emma and this is Hatha Yoga. Today we'll be doing a really nice, gentle flow, getting into some nice stretches and connecting with our breath. So let's meet on our backs on the mat. So make your way onto your back in a comfortable position. Resting your full back body on the mat. You might keep your knees bent. This is an especially nice option if you have stickiness or discomfort in your low back. Or you might extend your legs long. You could even bring the soles of your feet together and open your knees wide. Whatever feels best in your body today. Begin to close your eyes or soften your gaze and tune into your breath. Begin to take long, conscious breaths. Feel your inhales flood your body with energy. Feel your exhales release any tension you're holding in your body. Using these few moments of stillness at the start of class to transition from whatever is happening in your life to your practice, to your time on your mat. Knowing we can always carry things that we feel and learn from our yoga practice into our life. But this can also be your little oasis, your time to really focus on yourself, your breath, your body, the relationship between the two. Let's take one more big breath in. Release a long sigh out. Fully cleansed, ready to start practice. Another big breath in. Long sigh out. Take one or two more breaths at your pace. And while you do so, option to call an intention to mind. Maybe something or someone that you're grateful for. Maybe something that encouraged or motivated you to get onto your mat. And then as you're ready, begin to find little movements. We'll meet with our feet planted on the mat, knees facing the sky. And with an inhale, press through your feet, lift your hips up any amount. Exhale to curl your spine back down onto the mat. Inhale to press your hips up again. Exhale to release down to your mat. Inhale, lifting hips maybe a little higher this time. And exhaling to release. We'll take about 4 or 5 more of these. Option to add in your arms, lifting your fingertips up overhead with your inhale, and then releasing them back alongside your hips with your exhale. Starting to warm up in our spine and our low back. Take one more of these. And then we'll meet with our hips resting against the mat. When you arrive here, inhale your knees to your chest to give yourself a little squeeze. You might rock gently to one side and then the other, or just pause in stillness. With an exhale, release your knees over to the left side of your mat. Open your arms to a cactus shape. Finding a little twist to start practice. Inhale, knees back to center. Exhale them over to the right. Inhale your knees back to center. And then exhale to extend your legs and hands long, reaching with your body, almost like you're waking up for the first time in the morning. And then from this long stretch, make a big arc with your body, sending both your feet and your hands over towards the right side of your mat. Keep your hips and shoulders both grounded into the mat. So You're not lifting and curling in, you're really finding a wide opening and arc through your left side. To deepen this, you can cross your ankles or stack your palms. Keeping your left shoulder and your left hip rooted into your mat. Breathe into your left side. Inhale your way back to center. Find that same big arcing shape on the other side. So walk your feet and hands over to the left. Keep your whole back body rooted into your mat. Option to stack palms or cross ankles if that feels okay. Think about really snapping your shoulder blades onto your back body. So if you notice you're kind of curling up and in with tops of your shoulders tucked by your ears, think about letting them melt down away from your ears and pressing your shoulder blades into your mat. One more breath in, breath out, and inhale your way back to center. Exhale, knees to chest, a little squeeze. And then begin to rock your way up, taking your time to get there. This is practice about being intentional, moving slowly. And we'll make our way into hero's pose. So if it feels okay, you can sit your hips back on your heels, sitting tall. Also option to grab a block or a book underneath your sits bones. And when you arrive here, gentle tuck of your tail. Inhale your crown of your head up to the sky. Shoulder blades together on the back body with your core engaged here. We'll inhale our fingertips wide. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, fingertips wide. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, inhaling out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. This time, inhale your fingertips out and up. And then exhale your right hand down alongside your right hip, arcing over. So maybe you can explore a little bit more depth in your side body. Keep your left hip rooted into the floor. Notice if you're curling your shoulders. Again, we want to keep our shoulder blades on our back body, opening up through our heart. One more big breath here. Exhale, left hand comes down to your right side. You might come to your fingertips as you inhale to send your heart space forward, finding a little bit of lift. And then exhale, hands walk their way to center, pausing for a brief child's pose. Melting your heart towards your thighs. Inhale, roll your spine back tall, reset in your hips and pelvis. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, left hand to left hip, arcing. Maybe finding a little bit more opening. Keeping your sits bones rooted to the floor, opening through your heart, reaching with your right fingertips. One more big breath. Exhale, right hand down to the mat, maybe lifting up to the pads of your fingers. Inhale, your heart space forward, long spine. And exhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat. Child's pose. Take a round of breath here. And then as you're ready, inhale your way up to your tabletop. Finding that firm foundation first, rooting through your hands, particularly your forefingers, thumbs. Belly is active, drawing up towards your spine. Find a few cat-cows, deepening the spinal movements that we took from our bridge pose. Inhale, gaze up, belly down. Exhale. Exhale, chin to chest, shoulder blades to the sky. Moving with your breath. Beautiful. Take about 1 or 2 more rounds of breath. Then meeting back in our table, inhale our right fingers up to the sky. Exhale to thread them underneath our left, lowering our arm, shoulder, and temple to the mat. Option to stay right here, or you can walk your left fingertips towards the top of your mat, pressing your palm or fingertips. You might make some big circles with your left arm, or take a bend in the elbow and reach for your right hip crease. Breathing smoothly and steadily wherever you are, and whichever option you've landed on. Knowing you can always make adjustments and shift. You're never locked in to a pose here. 1 more big breath in. And exhale, make your way back. Right or left palm alongside your nose. And inhale your right palm up to the sky. Exhale, return to table and reset. Inhale, left palm up, opening. And then exhale to thread. Left arm under right. Letting your arm, shoulder, and temple rest to the mat. Maybe your right fingertips walk towards the top of your mat. Maybe they explore some movement. Maybe you reach for the half bind. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Return your right palm alongside your nose. And inhale to sweep your left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, release them back to tabletop. Walk your hands about a palm print in front of where they are. And inhale to shift yourself forward. Plank with knees lowered. Exhale to lower down to your mat, keeping your elbows kissing your low ribs. Then press the tops of your feet into your mat. As you rise up to cobra, think about releasing your shoulders away from your ears and drawing your elbows together towards each other. With your next exhale, release. Inhale back up to cobra, pressing through your toes, magnetizing your elbows towards each other, and exhaling to release. One more time. Find your little back bend. Maybe you press up a little taller this time, maybe not. Exhale, release and press back to child's pose. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale to shift your weight forward. Option to keep plank on your knees or lift them up off the ground. Exhale, lower, letting your hips and heart land at the same time. Inhale for your cobra pose. Maybe you come up a little taller. Maybe you start experimenting with up dog. Exhale your way back to child's pose. Start to move more with our breath. So let your next inhale float you forward. High or low plank. Exhale your way down to your mat. Inhale for your back bend, your choice. Exhale flows you back to child's pose. Inhale, high or low plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, child's pose. One more of these. Inhale, flow forward, high or low plank.
exhale, lower to the mat. Hips and heart arrive simultaneously. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, child's pose. Big breath in, big sigh out. Inhale to curl your way back up to table. And send your right leg back behind you. Exhale to curl, knee to nose. Inhale to extend. Exhale to curl in. Inhale, extending long. Exhale, curl in, and then step your right foot between your hands. Inhale your fingertips forward and up for a low lunge. Beautiful. Option to stay right here. Scissoring your legs towards your midline, tucking your right hip back. Relax shoulders and relax jaw. Or you can add some movement. Letting your next exhale bring your hands to heart center. Then inhale your fingertips wide and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale your fingertips wide. Stay with your breath in motion or stillness for 3 more breaths here. We'll meet back with our hands at heart center. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, hands plant. Step your right foot back to tabletop pose. Option to flow through your vinyasa, or take a few cat-cows, or spend a few moments in child's pose. We'll meet in tabletop. Inhale your left leg back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step your left foot forward between your hands. Inhale, fingertips out and up, rising to low lunge on the second side. Find your foundation, starting from your base, and working up, finding energy lifting through the crown of your head. Option to stay right here, or exhale, hands to heart center. And inhale to reach wide and up. We'll spend 5 more breaths here, whatever way makes the most sense to you. Connecting with your breath, knowing that the choices that you're making are just right for you in this moment. We'll meet with our hands together at heart center. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale to frame your left foot. Option, take your cat-cows, child's pose, or make your way through that modified flow. From tabletop or child's pose, begin to make your way to our first down dog of the day. Spreading your fingers wide, rotating the creases of your elbows forward, tucking your toes, pressing your heart towards your thighs as you send your hips to the sky. Maybe you're pedaling out your feet in your first down dog. Maybe you're settling in stillness. With your next inhale, gaze forward, and exhale to step towards the top of your mat. Forward fold. Pause here. Option
option to take hold of opposite elbow with opposite hand. Maybe wrap your arms behind your legs, bending your knees as deeply as you need to make that connection. Release through your fingertips and inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to release. Inhale, bend through your knees, rise up to stand. Let your arms sweep wide. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to reach out and up. Exhale, cactus your arms out to the side. Gentle tuck of your tail, strong core, lift the crown of your head. Active fingers. Then with your next inhale, open even more, pressing your elbows back behind you. Exhaling to curl forward, drawing your forearms together, chin to chest. Some standing cat-cows here. Finding strength in these movements, power in your breath. But moving with intention and moving slowly. Beautiful. The next time you are opening wide, pause in your cactus and then use your inhale to send both fingertips to the sky. Clasp your hands together, all of your fingers except your pointer and thumb, and then arc to the right. Stay rooted through your left leg, through your left hip. Keep your shoulders stacked. You're curling forward. Really try to open up through your heart. Inhale back to center. Exhale to arc to the left. Pressing through the sole of your right foot, opening through your shoulders. Drawing the shoulder blades together on your back. Inhale to center. Exhale, release your hands, fold forward. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, gentle bend, roll up to standing, arms sweeping wide. Hands at heart center. Bring your hands to your hips and step your right leg back maybe a third of the way. Your toes can either be slightly out to the right or straight ahead. We're coming to our pyramid pose. So square your hips to the top of the mat, gentle tuck of the tail. Find a length in your spine. Imagine your little ribs tucking in. And then inhale your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale to hinge at your hips, folding forward. Squeeze your legs together, kneecaps are lifted and active, shoulder blades away from your ears, and let your fingertips come down to your leg if you have blocks or books around, or maybe they come down to the floor. Think about keeping length in your spine and shoulder blades together. So sometimes we want to kind of hunch forward to reach for the ground or our props. Really think about rolling your shoulder blades up and back. Beautiful. Keeping your left hip tucked back. One more big breath in. Exhale to fold forward, fingertips to the ground. Step your right foot behind your left so your legs are crossed. Coming to a forward fold here, crossed legs. You might stay as you are, or you might walk your fingertips over to the left. And then over to the right. We'll take one or two more breaths in our forward fold. And then release the cross of your legs, coming to a traditional forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to release. Inhale, bend through your knees, rise to stand, arms sweep out and up. Hands meet at heart center.
Bring your hands to your hips. Step your left foot back about a third of the way. Check in with your toes. They should be facing either slightly out to the left or straight ahead. Square your hips. Often this means tucking your right hip back, left hip forward. Gentle tuck of the tail, strong core, relaxed shoulders. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Squeeze your legs together, drawing your kneecaps up your thighs as you hinge at the hips and fold forward. Pyramid on the other side. Letting your hands come down to props, the floor or your leg, and thinking about keeping your back body active. Shoulder blades magnetized together. Low belly drawing in towards your spine. Breathing here. One more breath. And then release your fingertips down to the mat. Step your left foot behind your right. Cross leg, forward fold. Stay here or walk your fingertips over to the right side. And then over to the left side. Inhale to come back to center. Then uncross your legs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend through your knees, rise to stand, arms sweep wide. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale your palms to the sky. Exhale to sweep them open and behind your back, interlacing your hands. Inhale, send them towards the ground as you open up through your chest. Drawing your collarbones apart. Maybe you find some movement in your head or neck. Maybe you just take big, conscious breaths, inviting openness to your front body. We'll take one more big inhale here. Exhale, option to keep your hands interlaced as you hinge forward. Palms can stay down alongside your low back, or maybe you press them up and away. Maybe you release them completely if this doesn't feel good in your shoulders. With your next exhale, release your hands. Inhale for half lift. And exhale to release. Step your feet back. Plank pose for a moment. And then knees come to the ground. Sit your hips back on your heels, returning to hero's pose. Gentle tuck of your tail, lengthen your spine. Take some big circles with your wrists. One direction, and then the other. Extend your right arm out in front of you, fingers facing the sky. Use your left hand to gently draw your fingers towards your face. Again, noticing if you're kind of crunching forward and really drawing your shoulder blades back. Release your fingers to the ground and draw the back of your hand in towards your body. And then we'll switch sides. Right hand draws left fingers in, shoulder blades together, jaw relaxed. Enjoying this stretch. Release left fingertips down. Release and come to center, palms down on your thighs. Inhale your shoulders up. Release them back and down with an exhale. Do that again with your breath. And gently close your eyes or release your gaze down to the ground. Release your right ear to your right shoulder. And then revisit that tuck in your tail. Lift through your heart, shoulder blades together. Notice if this changes the sensation in your neck at all. Release your chin down to your chest and roll your left ear over to your left shoulder. Re-engage with your core, tuck of the tail, lift with the heart, shoulder blades together. Inhale to come back to center. Take a big breath in through your nose. Release a long sigh out your mouth. Inhale your fingertips out and up. Exhale to draw them together, hands at heart center. Revisit any intention you might have set at the start of practice. And then find some gratitude for yourself, for the practice you've created in your life, for the ways that you incorporate yoga on and off your mat. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I hope to see you soon.